Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are back playing Genshin and we are going to continue the 5.1 Archon Quest Act 4. Last time we played, we successfully stopped Capitano from what he thought at least would reconstruct the ley lines of Natlan. Instead, he just managed to wake up the Lord of the Night, who is kind of like the overseer of the Night Kingdom. Not more or less powerful than the Wayab, at least from what Silali very briefly told us, but rules over the Night Kingdom nonetheless. We also had another hero awaken. I feel like they did a great job of being like, hey, isn't Capitano suspicious? Look at all these Masters of the Nightwind stuff that he does. He's very suspicious. And then they dropped that he is from khaenri'ah and Auroron is actually the hero from the Masters of the Nightwind, which was very cool. And I'm very intrigued to see what comes of that. I also have a lot of questions for Capitano. A lot. Mostly about our brother and Dane. So we'll see if we get any of this answered, but I'm not hopeful that they'll be answered this time. Maybe the next time that we embark on our Archon Quest. Anyways, we need to head back to the speaker's chamber and have a little discussion with our group and see what the next part of the plan is.
In that case, allow me to formally welcome the Fatui to our cause. We now face a common enemy. It's time to put our differences behind us and look to the future.
Greatest crossover of all time.
As for Auroron, his actions may have been out of line, but I don't intend to punish him right now. I'd rather give him a chance to prove himself.
A magnanimous decision.
We're back! Whoa, seeing the two of you chatting like this, Paimon almost feels like she's dreaming.
I feel better about our chances.
This may be an unexpected outcome, but a favorable one nonetheless. Now that we're all here, I have some questions of my own. Tell me, how did you discover the source mechanism?
We weren't getting any closer to obtaining the Gnosis, so I had my men scour Natlan for a different option. Auroron helped as well. We tracked down 3 scholars, Aberawa, Bosomtwe, and Kushtal, and combined the results of their research to locate this ancient device.
I've never heard those names before. Seems like my own investigation failed to locate some critical personnel. I'm just not sure how I missed them.
Strange. Perhaps they simply live in seclusion.
That is weird.
In any case, their results speak for themselves.
That's true. Now we have another option at our disposal. Compared to using the Gnosis, our current plan will buy us some time.
Speaking of the Gnosis, how did you know what it could do?
That story begins with the Cataclysm 500 years ago. I failed to save khaenri'ah from the rampage of the Abyss. When the situation became unsalvageable, I fled to Natlan with the remainder of my platoon, only to find that Natlan had fallen victim to the same tragedy. I defended this land for quite some time, and, in the process, met the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, Aizu. I'm sure many people viewed khaenri'ah as the cause of the tragedy, but Aizu was kind to me all the same. From that moment, I made it my mission to aid Natlan. In battle, a warrior fights to win. Even though my homeland was lost, I was already committed to this fight. Together, Aizu and I fought many battles and overcame countless hardships. However, he was unable to escape his fate. And, in his final moments, told me the secret of the Gnosis.
Interesting.
So it was him. He recommended using the Gnosis on several occasions, even before the tragedy. But I turned him down each time. You knew him, and you fought for Natlan all those years ago. Why don't I recognize you? It must be the mask.
Even without the mask, my past appearance is long gone. Even with the curse of immortality, the flesh still rots.
Wait, do you know someone named Dainsmith? That problem doesn't seem quite so extreme for him.
You've met him already?
Yeah, a bunch of times. Sounds like you know him too.
Oh,
During the age of khaenri'ah, all I knew was his name. The last time I saw him in person, he was traveling with the prince. He carries a degree of pain and hatred that far surpasses my own.
back then you said you didn't want to fight me. Was it really because of my sibling?
Yes. You're the sister of the prince. Given the role I held in khaenri'ah, I would prefer not to harm you.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Although, this is likely a self-imposed burden. If the prince saw me now, I doubt he would even recognize me. As for your question, I don't know how Dane managed to slow the deterioration of his body. My appearance is much changed. And that's not the only thing. Even my physical strength is a shadow of what it once was.
Seriously? That's
I would have never known. During our battle, it felt like I was fighting against the pinnacle of human strength.
It looked like it.
And I still lost. I deserve no praise for that outcome. Still,
Well, don't be so hard on yourself.
it's a shame we never faced off 500 years ago. You could have seen what I was truly capable of.
I agree. Had we fought then, I'd also have been more motivated to go all out.
So, all that commotion back at the stadium, and you're saying neither of you were using your full strength?
I'd say we're evenly matched. If we face off again, victory will come down to who wants it more.
I imagine you held back since there were spectators around that could have gotten hurt. But capitalizing on that situation would have only led to a hollow victory. It would have been no different than taking hostages.
They are just both really, really great characters. I feel like they're really well written. Like, he has such strong morals, which I love. And then I feel like she's so human feeling, which is awesome because obviously she's supposed to be, but it's like the first time that we've seen an Archon feel that way.
I failed to obtain it. That means I lost. Plain and simple.
Speaking of the Gnosis, what are you going to tell the Tsaritsa?
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa allows every harbinger the freedom to pursue the meaning of their existence. When the time comes, that freedom can take precedence over her orders. That's why our methods can be so radically different. Despite sharing the same goal and the same sovereign, I needed the Gnosis because I came here to save Natlan. That was my primary motive. Once Natlan is saved, if the Gnosis still remained in my possession, I could bring it back to Snezhnaya.
My decision regarding the Gnosis will not change. So let's focus on the Abyss for now.
Right. What happens when all 6 heroes are together?
The heavens were mentioned earlier. Anything to do with that?
We will unleash a great power that can be used to thwart the Abyss. But only once. It's a power that Xbalanque gained from Renova. Renova is a god whose existence predates any Archon. You can think of her like an emissary of the heavenly principles. She controls the power of death.
Wait, is that why you have the Ode of Resurrection?
Yes. Renova also orchestrated Natlan's rules.
So this must
As for
be
the Divine Throne,
the Lord of the Night was talking about the God of Death, I think she mentioned, so that must be Renova.
like I said before, when a human ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. The size of the flame depends on the person's potential. The same principle applies to the Ruler of Death's power.
There we go. Not the God of
With
Death,
one
the Ruler of Death.
notable distinction. The amount of power inherited will not change depending on your ability to tolerate it. In other words, it's a kind of power that not everyone can withstand. But if you survive the trial, you will gain unprecedented strength and the ability to harness powers more formidable than any Archon.
That still sounds really risky.
Yeah.
We cannot walk this path without accepting risk. Mualani charged into the Night Kingdom despite the abyssal contamination. Auroron fought back from the brink of death. In the face of their bravery, I must respond in kind. That is my duty.
Spoken like a true leader.
Agreed.
All right, that's enough for one day. You should head back and get some rest. I'm sure you're exhausted. The Abyss will likely sense the change in Auroron. It's possible the frequency of the attacks will increase. There are many challenges to come, so we need to be prepared.
When you put it that way, my mom feels even more exhausted. Alright, let's head back.
Yeah. I can't believe he knows who Dane is and our
Now
brother.
that we're working together, we'll need to coordinate our efforts. I'll leave a portion of my forces for you to command.
That will definitely help relieve some pressure. You're sure they won't object?
It's an order. I will make that clear.
Excellent. I appreciate your trust.
I also feel like both of their voice actors just crushed those roles. So good. They're friends. Oh no. Your wound needs time to heal. You need to rest for a few more days.
The monsters keep increasing in number. It's like something changed.
It's definitely unusual and we should all be careful. But don't worry too much. You have us by your side. If there's one thing the Abyss fears, it's strength. If they think we're easy prey, they've got another thing coming. Oh, someone's calling us.
Something wrong, Traveler?
The feeling of dread is getting stronger. Do we really have time to wait for the final hero to appear?
Nope. We can't give any of these to our soldiers. They were not tempered correctly at the forge. Well-made weapons and shields are vital for the survival of our people. I know we're under a lot of pressure, but we can't compromise on quality. Listen, I'm not blaming you. I know this isn't your usual standard of work. Why don't you all just take a break and I'll take care of the pieces.
Hey, Shilonen? Is something wrong?
Nothing I can handle. Just some rushed defective goods, that's all.
Aww.
Even the most skilled craftsmen make mistakes under pressure, and if you two want to avoid the same fate, you should really get some rest.
Okay.
You must be exhausted too.
Yeah, you don't need any rest?
Don't worry. I like it that way.
Kanich, you made it back in one piece.
Oh, these must be friends of yours. Well, head out then. See you later.
It was a piece of cake. Those invasive pests are lucky someone called a truce, or we would have burned them all to ashes. I appreciate the concern, Paimon. Despite a Hao's description, the situation wasn't quite so smooth. The captain's forces are all elite warriors. It was a tough fight. We were prepared to retreat at any moment, and now the Pyro, Archon, and Captain are working together. Not the outcome I was expecting, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot happened while we were in the ruin. We'll tell you about it some other time.
At least the Pyro Archon's plan advanced a step further. This is the best outcome we could have hoped for. We really appreciate all your help. But we have to keep pushing forward. Cebu and I were just about to head out, actually. My tribe is calling for messengers.
We won't keep you then. Let's talk later.
Little Kanich thinks he can just leave without consulting the almighty Dragon Lord Kuhula Hao. Oh, this feels very much like gearing up for a big fight right now, and I'm getting worried.
Auroron?
Granny? What's wrong, Granny? It looks like you have something to say.
You know exactly what you did. You need some sense knocked into you, that's what I think. Now, where do I even begin?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Now that you have nowhere to run, that's when you apologize? You couldn't wait to run off last time, and the time before that.
Pretty sure I apologized those times too.
I think you did.
What exactly were you thinking? Being a wanted criminal is one thing, but then you also tried to pull off that whole thing in the ancient ruin. I'm not the one who needs an apology. Apologize to yourself for risking your life.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to say for myself, Granny. Yell at me all you want. I know I messed up.
You better be sincere. This is an incredibly serious matter.
I'm being sincere, I promise. I've seriously reflected on my actions. I know what I did was risky, and I know I made some bad choices. But I don't regret it. I just had to do something. Not because I thought I was special, but because I wanted to help Natlan as much as I can. Of course, in the end, I just ended up causing more trouble, so you're right. My apology doesn't mean much, but I don't know what else I can say. You even had Aoife bring me that gem. A simple thank you isn't enough, but still. Thank you, Granny.
You're welcome. Just make sure to thank Aoife sometime.
I will.
Anyway, don't feel too grateful. I tampered with the bag to copy a portion of your memories.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Of course you didn't. You forget how many years I have on you. Like you could uncover one of my tricks. Anyway, I have something else to tell you. The Pyro Archon has discussed your case with the others. Many of your actions violated the rules of Natlan, and you should understand you'll have to take responsibility for that.
I understand.
But your efforts weren't entirely meaningless in the end. In addition to giving us another failsafe, you saved yourself with sheer force of will and managed to become a hero. Huh. Not too shabby, grandson.
Did the Traveler in Paimon tell you to say that?
What? No! I said that because I mean it!
I can't believe you're complimenting me at a time like this. You normally let your fist
Oh my gosh.
You're not off the hook just yet. I told the Traveler I was going to break your legs, and I meant every part of it.
Could you not?
Oh.
I still need them to walk.
Trying to negotiate, are you? Alright. Make me an offer.
What are your legs worth?
Given all the good things that I managed to accomplish, can you let me off the hook this one time? I promise to do better in the future.
Fine. I can let this slide for now. But I'll be watching. We'll see if I change my mind. Oh, a Traveler, Paimon. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hello.
Talking things out with your grandson?
Yes. Looking after these little rascals is rather exhausting.
Taking care of the Traveler isn't easy either. Paimon's life is an uphill battle.
Excuse me, Paimon.
Traveler, Paimon, I want to thank you for your help back at the ruin.
Just don't do anything like that ever again.
I won't.
Let's get together sometime. If Auroron really wants to thank you, he can treat us all to a tasty meal.
Sounds great. We'll be there.
Alright, time for a little nap.
If you're done for the day, we should get some rest. Paimon has a feeling we'll need it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's rest.
You ready?
Yep. Let's go meet the Lord of the Night.
So, this is where you heard the Lord of the Night? Guess that means she really has awakened. Hopefully we made it before she falls asleep again.
Fret not. I'm still here. For a weak life form, falling asleep is no less taxing an exercise than staying awake.
I'm sorry for disturbing your rest, but there's something we didn't have the chance to ask you earlier. We need to forge a new ancient name for the Traveler. But we ran into a problem. She's not from Natlan, so there are no records of her in the Night Kingdom.
I see. Mawika must hold her in high regard. It would seem the two of you are not simply here on her orders. So, what say you? Do you believe this Traveler to be deserving? Speak your mind. There are no others here. You are both my children, both children of Natlan. I would hear your opinions on the matter.
She is special. She saved Kachina and devoted herself to helping us avert this disaster. Natlan owes her a debt. But that debt has not been repaid. And with an ancient name, we can at least guarantee her safety.
Even though that guarantee will come at the cost of your own life?
Yes.
So, it's true. Forging an ancient name consumes the life of the craftsman.
Forging an ancient name is an act of creation. It involves taking disparate concepts throughout the Night Kingdom and condensing them into a heroic epic. But it takes time for the new concept to be integrated into that realm. If the ancient name is like a seed, then the life of the craftsman is the outer shell, serving as its protection. Once that process is complete, the seed will sprout, and having served its purpose, the outer shell will gradually disappear. Forging an ancient name is no easy task. And creating one for an outlander makes it even more challenging.
I don't want her to sacrifice herself for us.
If you're here, that means your mind is set.
Yes, because I believe forging this name will be well worth it. We don't know how long we'll be able to hold back the Abyss or what the final price of averting this disaster will be. If giving up my life means that all the people of Natlan can have a future, then the sacrifice is practically negligible. Even when I'm staring death in the face, I don't think I'll regret this decision. I bear the name Baraka. This is a part of my duty.
I understand. The chance may be exceedingly slim, but you still want to seize it, because this could be the final step to victory. And you, Sidlali, the anxiety you feel, it's because you saw something, yes? Something you were not meant to see.
So, you know about that too?
What is she talking about?
I've had concerns for a long time. Malika's plan needs too much time, and too many things can go wrong. The Masters of the Night Wind have a ceremony that can be used to glimpse the future. It's just... using this power on the Pyro Archon has always been seen as a taboo.
And you did it anyway? What did you see?
Death.
Oh no.
A key part of Malika's plan is using the 6 heroes to release the power Xbalanque obtained from the Ruler of Death. Considering its origins, the price of using that power is death.
You're saying Malika is going to die in this war against the Abyss?
Yes.
I can't just ignore what I saw. That's why I need the Traveler's power. I need the power of a Descender.
Don't forget, Sidlali. Even if it may seem like someone is fated to die, the nature of death and fate are different. Fate indicates what will happen in the future. The time, manner, and place are all predetermined. But death is different. Death is a rule. The ruler of Death's power will allow Malika to triumph over the Abyss. But she must offer her own life in the process. The ruler of Death cares little for the time and manner of a death. She simply guarantees that it will occur. Fate may be able to influence the timing, but that is all the Traveler can change.
Wait, you're saying we might be able to change when she dies, but not the outcome?
I cannot help you with this, I'm afraid. It's beyond my capabilities.
Malika knows about all this, doesn't she?
Yes. I imagine she has long accepted this eventuality.
Well, I can't. She's so strong. She never gives up, never rests until a problem is solved. She's not the type of person to just quietly accept her death. The Traveler shares that quality. That's why I think this gamble is worth it. Together, I know they can overcome the impossible. Be it fate or death.
We shall have to wait and see, but I will curb my expectations. My time is running out. It is my honor to witness humanity in this moment of absolute determination.
We won't forget your contributions. Once we deal with the Abyss, we'll find a way to keep you alive.
Thank you for saying that, but there is nothing you can do. How many years of life are enough? 10? 100? 1,000? 10,000? The Night Kingdom will disappear. The humans will continue to fight against the Abyss, and in the end,
This
all will cease to
is a
exist.
sad conversation.
When you consider all of that, extending my life is meaningless.
That's what makes us different. Even if our end comes tomorrow, humanity will still do whatever it takes to survive today.
Exactly.
Times like these always fill me with admiration and reinforce my commitment to the mandate I shoulder. My creator was right in esteeming you as special above others. Here. This is my gift to you and an extension of my will. It can record the Traveler's experiences in this land, whether from the past or the future. With it, you can forge the ancient name you desire, and the traveler will also become a hero forever recorded in the memory of Natlan.
Thank you. We're sorry to ask this of you when your strength is already all but spent.
Really. Thank you so much.
Your thanks are unnecessary. This is the least that an angel can do. Time for you to leave. It's getting dark.
Oh, I'm not surprised that the end was
I can't sleep with
Mawika wanting to sacrifice herself, but
Get it? Let's go check it out.
hopefully we can help enough that that doesn't have to happen. Why are there always situations happening outside our room? Always.
Shilon and Lolly, is there a reason you're up so early?
We went to see the Lord of the Night, and she gave us this. Like I said before, I couldn't forge your ancient name because there was no record of you in the Night Kingdom.
Yay!
But with this, we can finally record your deeds.
Just keep it with you during your time in Natlan. And eventually, it'll be full of your adventures.
Really? Let Paimon see!
Aww. Oh, this is so cool.
Whoa, it's the two of us! And a sun in the middle. Oh, and that must be... Kachina?
It's not a concrete medium. It reflects the Lord of the Night's will, and shows what she wants you to see.
Oh, in other words, don't worry about his form. When you want to check the contents, just take it out and have a look.
Sounds convenient. It's also super light and doesn't take up too much space.
Thank goodness.
This is a really awesome gift.
It didn't come at a price, right?
Oh, yeah. We'd feel bad accepting something like that.
Right, Shilonen?
Oh, yeah, don't worry, you two. It's, you know, like you saw yesterday, aiding humanity is the Lord of the Night's mandate. She would have willingly reconstructed Natlan's ley lines at the cost of her own existence. She wouldn't ask anything in return for this.
Exactly. Just take it.
Well, if you say so.
Thank goodness you're here. The Abyss attacked again and it's really bad. The monsters are everywhere. We need help.
So soon? We just fought them off.
We can figure that out later. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, again.